Shalawam, y'all. All praise to the Most High. Calling how I Shema like how I shy.
Mm,
Shabbat Shalom. Ooh, I didn't realize I titled it Faith.
Shalawam, sisters. Hopefully, y'all having a blessed Sabbath in the spirit. We're back with another sisters chat. All praise to the Most High for allowing us to see another day. All praise to the Most High. Call Yahweh Shemel Shai.
Good. Like it. All praises. I'm going to get the foundational precept. Yes, all praise the Most High for another Sabbath day. Back on the sister chat. Lord willing, we're not going to be on here 3 hours. Didn't realize we was on here that long last time. All praises. Um, but yeah, we'll just get the foundational precept real quick and then we can start. First Peter 4:11. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of God. If any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which the Most High giveth, that Yahweh in all things may be glorified through Yahushua Hamashiach. To whom we praise the men forever and ever. Amen. So we want to speak the oracles of the Most High. And everything we do and say, it's only because the Most High allows us, because of the ability that He gives us. So we want to glorify Him through all things, for all things, because we are weak without Him and we need Him. Um, and Hebrews 2:24. Look at y'all should know these verses by heart by now. Okay. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works. So on here to provoke our sister unto love and to good works. This would be kind of like a part two off of last 2 weeks ago video. We went into what did we go into?
We went into Jacob's trouble. And basically, how to get our spirits and our
Oh yeah, preparing.
physical prepared. We went into the sisters didn't watch that one. Highly, highly, highly recommend watching it. It's a long one, 3 hours, but Lord willing, it was very edifying. And, we went into, bags you could pack and certain
What you
things to eat.
did,
Mm-hmm.
knowing like your local, what you can like your local, knowing like what your state is known for. Some states they have like different, yeah, like some states,
Different plants and
yeah,
animals.
yeah.
Yeah. Just so sisters are aware of their surroundings and, you know, just not being ignorant of anything small or great. Like I said in Sirach 5:15.
Um,
Well, sisters, check that out. Today we're going to be shifting more so on the spiritual side,
mhm.
going into faith and meditating on these precepts in the times that we're coming in so that we can endure that time and not be given over to wicked spirits of wanting to denounce the name of the Lord or, just being unfaithful, doubting, scared, whatever the case may be. So,
Okay. So, yeah, we're just gonna get right to it. I'm gonna just get this first precept. Jeremiah 30 and verse 7. At last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So, Jacob's trouble is going to be very, very bad. Like, it's going to be none like it. It's going to be worse than the Great Depression, the Trail of Tears, worse than slavery. It's going to be really, really bad. Nothing is going to be compared to it, but he shall be saved out of it. So that's a really key point that I think we should meditate on, because no matter how bad it gets, the Most High is just to deliver us out of it, to make sure that we're okay in that day, that we're um, protected and able to endure. So kind of something I wanted to get. And with that, I wanted to get Proverbs 3 and 5. Classic. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not unto thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, he should direct that path. So, you know, um, I know Jacob's trouble can leave a lot of us wondering, how bad is it going to be? Like, we read the scriptures and the scriptures tell us what it's going to be like, but we probably try to create in our mind and figure out how bad it's going to be. Some of us have kids, so we worry like, oh my gosh, like how am I gonna do that with kids? Even myself, I've had these thoughts like, how am I supposed to be running on a run with a kid, with a baby? Because you might have a baby or small kids, you don't know how old they're gonna be, and so you worry like, okay, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do that with 4 or 5 kids? How am I supposed to be discreet with 4 or 5 kids? How my kids gonna know to stay quiet? Like if somebody trying to chase us, and are we gonna like all these different questions and thoughts, but we don't want to lean on understanding, but trust in the Lord with all thine heart, knowing that no matter how many kids you got, no matter if they small, no matter if they toddler, because the Most High He got you, and so it really just boils down to faith and just trusting that the Most High will be with you. That's why we can't lean on understanding because our thoughts aren't the Most High, our ways are His, and that's Isaiah 55. And if you and instead of like worrying about these things, give it to the Most High in prayer. Isaiah 55:8. For my thoughts, not your thoughts, neither your ways, my ways, saith the Lord. So, like me, I have a 9 month old, and if we have more kids, hey, our personal high. But like me, so if I'm having thoughts on like of feelings, because the scripture tell us to, make our supplication known and let it lay our burdens at His feet, cast our burdens upon the Lord. And so, if we're having these burdensome thoughts about how will we endure Jacob's trouble being pregnant, or if we're pregnant, how will we endure Jacob's trouble with kids, how will we endure Jacob's trouble with like no food, no water, like if we have these burdensome thoughts, give them to the Most High. Let the Most High know what's in your mind, what's in your heart, and um, pray and fast that because ultimately it's just lack of faith. It's a spiritual demon. Pray and fast that spirit off and get into these scriptures so that and pray for more faith. You have not because you ask not. So pray for more faith. Pray for a peace of mind because ultimately that's what it boils down to. But I yield.
Hmm. Hmm. My points. The Most High, He's never forsaken our people, and we just gotta continue. That's why we gotta read. We gotta continue to read these accounts where the Most High is continuously coming through for the Israelites, coming through in times of trouble, in times of war, in times of where our enemies are pitted against us. I'm gonna get First Samuel 12 and 22.
You said what? Whispering.
First Samuel, First Samuel 12 and 22.
Oh, okay.
Be bad. Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah. You gonna see it?
No.
Some sounds like why she ain't saying that? My bad.
I'm waiting for the screen to pop up. Okay, come on. First Samuel 12 and 22. For the Lord will not forsake His people for His great name's sake, because it hath pleased the Lord to make you His people. It has pleased the Most High to make the Israelites His chosen people. We got to remember we're chosen. Like, I don't want to say, how do I want to say this? I don't say like we're double chosen, but you know, all Israelites don't know that they're Israelites. Everybody's not gonna have the chance or the opportunity to be in this thing, like how we have been chosen to be in this thing. So we can't take
Yeah.
that for granted.
Oh my gosh.
You said what?
That I just thinking about what you said. That is such a blessing, man, because it's
Mm,
so many people out here that genuinely have no idea what's going on, what's
yeah.
about to go down on this place, nuclear warfare. Like it's gonna get bad, man. It's gonna be a lot of bodies, and people have no idea. And it's like even if they've been warned, the Most High just hasn't chose them. And so to think that a lot of our people that we probably see on a daily basis, family members, it just with much knowledge, it gets bitter. Like they say, you ate that. He when he first opened up the book, it was sweet as honey, but then it got bitter because just understanding how a lot of our family members and people they might if they don't repent, they're going to die and just to be in this thing to know what we're the times we're coming in so we can prepare and pray and fast and get ready is such a blessing because if you're not on the most high side in that day it's good Jacob's trouble is going to be so bad that if you're not with the most high you're done I'm just being it being real. If you don't have the Most High on your side in that day, it's wraps. It's wraps.
No chance. No,
Because can I get this precept real quick? So like, go ahead. No.
no. Go ahead, bring it out.
Because it makes me think of this precept, Isaiah 2:22. It says, "Seize ye for man whose breath is in his nostrils, for wherein is he to be accounted of." So the Most High, like we gotta. It just makes me think like man can't deliver us. Like if you don't have the Most High on your side, like sister said, there's no chance of survival because man can't do nothing for you. Like all these people that's stocking up on ammo, stocking up on food, stocking on supplies. I seen the Edomite. He's building a cabin house in the wilderness on YouTube. Imagine how many people are building cabin houses and doing it for what in vain because most I could put on, they spirit to do this stuff now, and it'll be for us in that day. We come across it in the wilderness, and so it's like if you don't have the Most High, it's over with because man, Most High tell us to seize for man because man can't help us. Man is not gonna be able to do nothing for us in that day. If you ain't got the Most High, it's raps. It's raps.
Come on.
And this makes me think of real quick Psalms 146:3. Um, Put not your trust in princes, nor in the Son of Man, in whom there's no help. His breath goeth forth, he returneth to his earth, and that very day his thoughts perish. Happy is he that hath the God of Jacob for his help, whose hope is in the Lord his God, which made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that therein is, which keepeth truth forever, which executeth judgment for the oppressed, which giveth food to the hungry. The Lord loseth the prisoners. Look, see that the Most High is going to give food to the hungry. Happy are those that have the Most High for his help. So if you don't have the Most High for your help in that day, it's not just being real. It's not going to be a good end. It's not going to be a good end. So we only hoping because we can't say, oh, the Most High going to be with us for sure because we don't know that. We don't even know when our hell going to break loose. But we pray and hope the Most High keeps us in this truth. We pray, hope, and fast that he'll be with us in that day. We pray and hope and believe that he will be with us in that day. And so, Khan, man, that's all I have to say.
Con. It reminds me of that precept. Can't remember where it is off the top of my head, but it says basically, roughly paraphrasing, "Blessed are ye whose God is the Lord." And it really speaks volumes because man, if you ain't got it, you ain't got it. Either Most High with you, or He not. The Lord's gonna have mercy on who He has mercy on, and we want to be in good graces with the Most High, especially in the times to come, because we know that the Most High, He's coming down with vengeance. It's gonna be ugly. God. Psalms 33:12. Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord, and the people whom He has chosen for His own inheritance. So these are the precepts that we gotta meditate on whenever spirits of doubt try to come and plague our minds, or we try to get, nervous or scared, or oh, how am I gonna eat, and all the questions that come to plague our minds. But let me get 2 Timothy 1:7, classic, because the Lord did not give us a spirit of fear. It's not of Him,
Mm,
not of Him. And if we're moving in the spirit of fear, we're not moving in the spirit of Yahweh Shai. For
mm,
God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. So we have a sound mind even in the times of Jacob's trouble. Yes, it will be easier said than done because,
definitely.
even now, we're not even in Jacob's trouble right now. But, we get caught up in overthinking or doubting or, whatever this life throws at us. But in these times to come, we got to really, 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 really make sure that we're doing the work now to master having that sound mind. Because if we ain't got it now, the times to come, hey, I mean, what can you expect? We gotta work on it like a muscle. You gotta keep working at it.
Mm,
Keep meditating on these precepts, keep praying and fasting, reading these accounts, and let me get
mm-hmm.
Matthew 24:13 because I feel like you gotta get the classic.
Yep.
You gotta get the classic because we have to endure into the end. You have to push through this time. We don't know how long Jacob's trouble is going to be, but we got to know that we got to endure, or else it's wraps for us.
Yeah, you already gotta have that mindset of enduring. Like you gotta win the mental battle first. And like the sister was saying, it's already hard enough trying to win the mental battle now.
Right.
That's why it's so important for us now to be praying, reading, and fasting and studying. So whatever we slack in, whatever if we struggle with faith, then praying and fasting to have more faith. If we struggle with overthinking, praying and fasting to overcome that demon, because in that day it's gonna be even harder. And you want to have like you want to have some arsenal. You want to have some tools in your arsenal. You want to have some scriptures that you can call to remembrance. So, like we said last time, using this right now is the big preparation season.
Yeah.
Read more on faith. That's why the Romans 15:4 tells us, for so things are written, what so things are written, were written for our learning. So read these things now so it can give us hope, so it can give us comfort for the times to come. And like she said, it's definitely gonna be easier said than done, because it's gonna be the worst time in history. But with God, nothing is impossible.
That's right. That's right. This is Matthew 24:13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So this season that we're going through right now, all hell isn't broken loose yet. This isn't the end. We got to endure through this and some more. Then we'll be saved. Then we'll be saved, and we'll most high will get the kingdom. But we don't want to endure through, because compared to what's to come, this is good times. We don't want to be able to endure through the good times, and the bad times come. Oh no, I can't do this. I ain't ate in certain amount of time. Oh, my kids this, or I'm scared they're gonna try to kill me. I'm running from this. And that. No, we have to endure until the end. This is prophecy. So if we endure until the very end, through Jacob's trouble, through the perilous times to come, then we'll be saved. And I want to bring out Matthew 9:29. Just leaning back off what the sister was saying, just going into faith. Because if the Most High, I'm just bringing it out first. I'm bringing it out. Matthew 9:29. Then touched he their eyes, saying, according to your faith, be it unto you. So this is red letters, straight out of Yahushua's mouth. So according to our faith, it'll be unto us. So if we're lacking faith in that day, that's that's the portion that Yahweh is gonna give you. So if you a sister, you just dang, I don't know if the Lord gonna come through and feed me. I'm hungry, I'm thirsty, and oh, I done got bit by so whatever the case may be. Hey, I'm not gonna give that unto you. Just like sister was saying, it's a mental battle you have to win first. And how much more so in that time, you gotta be able to cut these demons up. Have that faith so that your faith is all the way up here to the point where you're like, I know the Most High is gonna take care of me. I know the Most High is not gonna forsake me. I know He's gonna deliver me in this time of trouble. I just need to be obedient, keep the law, statutes, commandments, even in the times that we're coming in, and I'm gonna be good. But kind of you.
Con, con, um, con. But the our thoughts are powerful, like the sister was saying. If you ain't got no hope
We can't
and no
hear you.
faith, huh?
Or is it just me?
Might just be you. You can't hear me?
Because I can't hear you. Well, I want to bring this out while she gets her camera together.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Yeah.
Probably was your phone.
Was it though?
Might have
Was it?
been.
We'll let the people see. We'll let the people. It could have been. It could have been.
Um, but like she was saying, Like if you ain't the thoughts that we think are powerful, like if you don't have no hope and you don't have no, what do you expect? You know, what do you expect? Um, so this is Psalms 37:3. Trust in the Lord and do good. So shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Delight thyself also in the Lord, he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. Commit thy way into the Lord, trust also in him, he shall bring it to pass. So, you know, as long as we continue to trust in the Most High and do good, but how do we do good? We do good by keeping His commandments. So even in that day, still keeping the commandments. That's why it's so important to know the law. And I'm not saying you have to remember every single law, because, but you know, just trying to keep the laws to the best, just like we're doing now, keeping the laws to the best of our ability, doing that same thing now. And He's gonna give us the desires of our heart. He's gonna make sure that we're okay in that day. It's whatever okay looks like in that day.
Right.
Because it's gonna be a rough time. It's gonna be a rough time. It is. But um, I don't know if I want to get Matthew or Matthew 19:26. But Yahweh shall beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible, with God all things are possible. So all things are possible with the Most High. That's why we're talking about if you don't have the Most High on your side, it's raps. It's raps. Because it says, but with God all things are possible. So you're gonna have to have Him for things to be possible for you in that day.
Right.
You're gonna have to have the Most High side for it to be well with you in that day. And if you don't have the Most High side, it's not gonna be good, because a lot of me and my cousin just talking about this. In that day, it's either gonna be you're gonna be on the Most High side, or you're gonna bow down in Esau system. And the people that's gonna bow down in Esau system, it ain't even really gonna be well with them, because Esau gonna be dang probably smacking us out the head with a gun. They're gonna be captives with Esau. They're gonna be Esau's captives.
Yeah.
I'm convinced. Because it's gonna be martial law. It's gonna be martial law. It's gonna be so it's not gonna be just all, oh, we're gonna you get to do whatever I want. No, it's gonna be pure structure, lockdown type stuff.
Right.
And so
And
it's like, and they're gonna save their life just to lose it in a second.
yeah.
But with us, Lord willing, we're having the Most High, with the Most High, all things will be possible in that day. Not, and like I said, it's not gonna be easy, whatever that looks like in that day.
Mm-hmm.
But kind of you,
Fine.
the
And
Most High
even
can do
if
anything.
that's right. Even if it is nice for a little moment, just like the sister said, eventually you're gonna lose your life. It's gonna be what? I can get that in Hebrews. The precept that says, I rather suffer with the righteous than enjoy the pleasures. Yep. Hebrews 11:25. Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. So you denouncing the Most High, blaspheming out shy. You just gonna enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. Because after that, the Most High gonna destroy you.
Mm-hmm.
Might even be shortly after you denounce them.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to appreciate.
Well, not worth it.
It's a precept in here that say basically something like, basically like, uh, um, they have people say their life, they gonna lose it. Hold on.
And it's in the Maccabees.
Yes, one of them said it.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, the Maccabees. Mm.
Dang, I don't know if maybe it's in. I don't know.
I have to look that guy up. Mm. Yeah, we gotta think long term. Long term. Suffering doesn't last forever.
I don't know. Maybe it's in, I don't know, 6. You can get what you get though. I'll find it. Lord willing.
Okay. I'm going to get Psalms 22, and I'm going to start at verse 4. And it reads, our fathers trusted in thee, they trusted, and thou didst deliver them. They cried unto thee, and were delivered. They trusted in thee, and were not confounded. So, this is another good precept or precepts that we can meditate on. The Most High, He delivered our fathers because they trusted in the Most High. They didn't trust in Esau telling them, "Oh, you do this, and I'll give you that," and all of this stuff. No, trust me. How about you, no matter how ugly it got, no matter how scared or fearful the people around them were, or they might have been, they trusted in the Most High. They cried into the Most High. We got to plead and make our supplication to the Most High in those times, and He will deliver us. And let me get Psalms 55 and 22. Just to back that up. And it reads, cast thy burden upon the Lord, and He shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. Never suffer the righteous to be moved. So that's all I have right now. But now you got me thinking about this precept. I want to know what the precept is. Because I feel like I kind of know it, but I'm like, dang, I don't know where it's at.
I don't know.
It's okay. Lord willing, it comes back.
Mm. I don't know if I'm butchering it, like if I'm messing it up.
Watch, as soon as we end the live, we're going to find it. Hopefully it comes before then, but that's how it be happening sometimes for me. But while we ponder upon that, we can get Sirach chapter 2. Because what's a faith lesson without bringing out Sirach chapter 2? And we can start at 1. Okay? My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. This is the ultimate test of temptation, Jacob trouble. There's going to be so much temptation. Temptation to denounce the Lord, to go back, to look back, just like Lot's wife. These are the times we got to prepare for it now, because it's coming. And then verse 2 reads, set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. So even in the time of Jacob's trouble, there may be a lot going on. You know, dead bodies, might be hungry for a little bit, might be thirsty, whatever the case may be, might be hot, might be, we don't know. But we have to constantly endure. We have to set our hearts aright and stay rooted in Yahweh Shai, in these laws. So and make sure that we're not making haste in time of trouble. Because we got to be able to master being still now. Being still, letting the Most High fight our battles for us while we be patient and wait on the Most High to deliver us out of our situations. So I'm going to keep going. Yeah, I'm going to keep going. Verse 4. Not verse 4, verse 3. Cleave unto him and depart not away, for thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside lest ye fall. So, I feel like it's plain. We can't turn aside off that narrow path just because we're in Jacob trouble. Just because it's ugly, just because it's a time that we've never seen before. It might be hard to endure through, but we still got to endure at the end of the day.
Shabbat Shalawam. No, Matthew 16:25 is not it. No, that's not it.
Yeah, pretty most high sisters looking for it too.
Yeah. I think it's in Second Maccabees 7. We're gonna read it, so it's okay. I think it says something like you know people like saving. I don't know if because there's a precept in there that basically say, we're suffering now, but basically the Most High is going to deliver us. I don't know if I'm thinking about that, but I'm rewording it in my mind, thinking that it says something else about people are saved in life and they're not gonna escape from judgment. So I don't know, but Con, the sisters bringing out mighty points. All praise to the Most High. Let me get Isaiah 65, because like she said, um, these commandments. Isaiah, we can't stray away from the straight and narrow path, even when we're in Jacob's trouble. We gotta continue to keep the commandments of the Most High God, and we can't like. And the reason we're touching on faith is because it's so important to have faith. Because in that day, if you don't, you're gonna be willing. You're gonna be willing to go off and sin. You don't believe the Most High is gonna make a way you eat, then you might go eat something unclean. Eat something that's died of itself, or any food that Esau give you. Lord forbid, if you don't got faith that, and that's why. Let me read this, because we don't want to be this servant in Matthew 24 and verse number 48. But and if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants and to eat and drink with the drunken, the Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of, and shall cut him asunder and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. So even now, we don't want to get faint in well doing and go back to our fields. And even also in that day, we don't want to start lacking faith and think that Jehovah's delaying, and then we just go back to breaking all types of laws and doing whatever we got to do to survive, even if that means breaking the Most High's commandments, because we still have to keep the commandments because of our faith in the Most High, how about Shemal Shai, that He's gonna deliver us if we continue to do what's pleasing in His sight, Lord willing. We gotta remember it's a two-way street. But this Isaiah 65:13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, behold, my servant shall eat, ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, we shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, we shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall have for vexation of spirit. So the Most High, He's able to do anything. He's able to make sure we have food. He's able to make sure we have drink, and it's not even just about like food, because food is the most important thing. Like the Most High, because I don't know if we put that account last time. I think we did. How Elijah was fed and that food was enough for him for 40 days.
Yeah.
And we talked about last time how it was going to be a lot of rationing. um, you're not going to be able to eat as much. You might have Most High can very much bless you with food, and you might have to eat that, and then you got to wait a few more days so you can eat again, because it's going to be so scarce. It's going to be a famine. Um, but this is First Kings 19:2. I'm gonna start at 3:4. Sorry. But he himself went a day's journey into the wilderness and came and sat down under a juniper tree, and he requested for himself that he might die, and said, "Is it enough now? O Lord, take away my life, for I am not better than my fathers." And as he lay and slept under a juniper tree, behold, then an angel touched and said unto him, Arise and eat. And he looked, and behold, there was a cake baking on the coals, and a cruse of water at his head, and he did eat and drink and laid him down again. And the angel of the Lord came again the second time and touched him and said, Arise and eat, because the journey is too great for thee. And he arose and did eat and drink, and went in the strength of that meat 40 days and 40 nights unto Horeb, the mount of the Most High. And so, like I was saying, like food isn't like, we shouldn't be worried about food, because like it's food, man. The Most High can do anything. He can do anything. And even with food, Most High can make sure you eat, but then that food will keep you strong for about 40 days, 40 nights, or more. And so the Most High, He can do anything. Elijah was also fed in chapter 17 by a raven. Um, Verse 4, start at 3. Get thee hence and turn thee eastward, and hide thyself by the brook Cherith that is before Jordan. And it shall be that thou shalt drink of the brook, and I have commanded the ravens to feed thee there. So he went and did according to the word of the Lord, for he went and dwelt by the brook Cherith that is before Jordan. And the ravens brought him bread and flesh in the morning, and bread and flesh in the evening, and he drank of the brook. And it came to pass after a while, at the brook dried up because there had been no rain in the land. So he was fed again by a raven. So you got to remember, man, the Most High can do anything. Like, just imagine a raven flying to you and dropping off food.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is the God of the Bible, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who has created all things, and there's nothing too hard for him. And that's Jeremiah, 30. Jeremiah 30 and 27. No, my bad. Jeremiah 32. Behold, I'm the Lord, the God of all flesh. Is there anything too hard for me? That's a rhetorical question because no, it's not. Most I can literally do anything. But you have to believe, though. You have to believe. You have to believe because Hebrews 11.
Mm-hmm.
But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. We have to diligently seek the Most High right now in our Bibles, spending time with him, making sure we have no idols above him, praying fast and studying, reading, doing everything we can to make the calling of our election sure, and working at our own salvation, trembling in fear, because he's going to reward those that do that. It might be blessing you with things now, blessing you in that day, and blessing you with the kingdom if you endure to the end. But it's impossible to please him. You don't have faith. We have to believe that he is, almighty, that he can do anything, that there's, the sky's the limit with him, that you cannot put him in a box. You have to believe, because if you don't, you can't please the Most High without believing in his power. It's impossible to please him because you got to think this Bible is all about the Most High. It talks all about his wonderful, marvelous works. And so it's like, you gotta, and it's, of course, it's like a slap in the face to the Most High to read all these things. That's why he was so angry with our forefathers, because and forefathers and our foremothers, because he kept doing so much for them and they still didn't believe. Like, they kept tempting him. They kept tempting him after he had, delivered them and split the Red Sea, and then he fed them with, like, he fed them like manna and like quail, and we still kept murmuring and not believing. So it's a slap in his face, and of course displeasing in his sight, because for them, they saw all that, but we didn't see that, we didn't live that. And so it's like we just read it. We got to believe what we read. That's why Romans 15 and 4 is so important. That's why it's so important to read. For whatsoever things are written aforetime, written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. So we have to read these scriptures so that we may get hope, and have that spirit of, okay, Most High, he did that then, he can do it now. There's nothing too hard for him. There's nothing new under the sun. So all praise to the Most High.
Mm. Mm. Point brought up, and it makes me think of precept saying, like, we gotta make sure we're storing our treasures in heaven. The works that we do now, this is not just, oh well, right now, the blessing right now. No, the good works that we put in now, the faith that we have now, all of this, however the Most High wants to do it, but that's how you increase your chances of being delivered in that day. Increase your chances of increasing your endurance through that day by storing our treasures in the world and vanity and stuff that's not even gonna matter when we're in Jacob's trouble.
Come. And you finna get a precept?
You can go ahead.
You
You,
finna get something?
yeah, but
Oh, okay. Where you finna get?
I was gonna get Job 5:19. I'm gonna start at 19. It reads, He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. So the most I can have you in the spirit to where you're laughing. I mean, straight chilling in Jacob's trouble, bro. I mean, we're talking about the Most High. Nothing is too hard for him. He can have a spirit on you where you chilling. You know, if you haven't ate, you're not feeling no hunger pains or anything. You just vibing. And all hell is breaking loose around you.
Bullets flying,
Yep.
bodies dying, bodies piling up, smell of
Bomb.
blood.
No,
And you just unbothered.
exactly. The Most High can do that.
I'm
That's
not saying that's how it's gonna be, like for everybody, because we're gonna see some stuff we've never seen before. Like some of us might throw up having to see all them dead bodies.
yeah.
It's gonna be bad. But what we're saying is the Most High can put that spirit in you
Mm-hmm.
to really just be calm in the spirit. But you have to believe though. You can't be like, oh man, I can't really imagine that. I can't imagine being calm in that time. You don't believe in. You don't believe in the Bible. You don't believe in the scriptures. Because the Most High can put that spirit in you for real.
Con. Hey, Most High willing. Most High willing, man. But
Did you read verse 23?
oh, let me bring that out. I think I
Yes.
brought it too, but you can never go over it too many times. Never. The more times you go over it, the more it be ingrained in your mind. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 23. For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee.
Mm-hmm.
So folks might be scared. It might be bears. It might be
Lions walking around.
depending on where you at.
Yeah, depending on where you at. Yeah.
All type of stuff.
I've never seen wild animals for real. Oh, but they're gonna be roaming in that day.
They
Cause
don't
you
stop.
gotta think it's gonna be Jacob's trouble. Them beasts they gonna be at that zoo.
Yeah,
Look, they gonna be trying to find some food too.
yeah.
Everybody gonna be on a hunt, trying to make it.
Giraffes, gorillas, all type of stuff out.
Look, and if you live near a zoo, oh baby. But
Monkeys.
it's like, and it's because I just be imagining like I've never seen a wild animal for real, like for real, and so imagining seeing that in that day, it might startle me, or it might startle some of us. But this it says the beast of the field shall be a peace with thee. They not even gonna harm you.
But
Y'all might just be walking by each other like
this is my
you might get shook at first, but then you remember that precept. Most High's with you. Most High gonna put them like. And these are for and this is for when we're keeping these commandments in sincerity though. When we're doing what's pleasing in His sight, the Most High can have to where them beasts. They're not even trying to harm you.
con.
Shoot, Most High can put on them beast spirit to protect you from harm trying to come your way.
That's right.
Because
Amen.
when a man ways please the Lord, He maketh even his enemies at peace with him.
Mm-hmm.
You might got Esau trying to chase you down, and I'm gonna come out of nowhere and bite him. Most High can do anything.
Okay.
You gotta believe for like
Yeah.
Most High can do anything. Nothing is impossible. I'm thinking of all the scenarios. Okay.
Made me think of that account. I'm sorry. You remember that account where the bears attacked the I'm sorry. Let me get it.
Okay.
If you don't know it. Hey, them
I know you're
bears
talking about what, but I don't know where it's at.
them bears tore him up. Hold on. It's either the first or second Samuel or Kings. Hold on. Those little kids were like, get up thy bald head. Something like that. Roughly paraphrasing. Oh, I gotta find it. Oh, well, that's easier. That's easy right there.
It's a lot of. I shouldn't have probably typed head. Head is a million in the Bible a million times.
No, but it should say bald head. Wait. Go back.
Oh, it's too late. I already moved.
Oh man, let me
Dang, I
see.
probably shouldn't have put bear either.
Yeah, no bears. Mm-mm.
Hold on, let's just.
I know for a fact they said get up thy bald head. I remember that. Second Kings. Okay. Second Kings chapter
2. Okay.
2. Okay. Yeah. So the waters were healed unto this day, according to the saying of Elisha, which he spake, and he went up from thence unto Bethel. And as he was going up by the way, there came forth little children out of the city and mocked him and said unto him, Go up, thou bald head, go up, thou bald head. And he turned back and looked on them and cursed them in the name of the Lord. And there came forth two she bears out of the wood and tear 42 children of them. And
Mm,
he went from thence to Mount Carmel, and from thence he returned to Samaria. He went about his business, man. That's the Lord
mm.
fighting for him right there.
This reminds me of this right here. Exodus 14 and 14. The Lord shall fight for you, and you shall hold your peace. You ain't even gotta say Nathan. You don't gotta do Nathan.
Okay.
Look, it reminds me of what's that precept I sent you the other day? Hold on. Shall I not call upon my father?
Okay.
It reminds me of this right here.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew 23 and 9. No. That's not it. It's when Yahweh Shah was like, Father, and he present a legion. Okay. This is Matthew 26 and 53. Thinkest thou that I cannot now pray to my Father, and he shall presently give me more than 12 legion of angels? So it's like all he did was call upon the name of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
That's all he did. So it's like, think it's not that we can call upon the name of the Lord and the Most High can make some shake out of nothing.
Okay.
And then it reminds me of this Psalms 50 and 15. And call upon me in the day of trouble. I will deliver thee, and thou shalt glorify me.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we got to do. That's why we got to have faith because the Most High can do anything. The Most High can do anything. He's going to fight our battles for us. We are weak without him. He's our strength. Through him and with him, we can do and endure all things, Most High willing. But we have to continue to cleave unto him. We cannot, we're not going to be able to, and you cannot survive Jacob Show if you don't got the Most High on your side. You cannot. That's why the scripture we put out earlier said, blessed is he whose his help is God. Your help has to be the Most High. You're not gonna make it. Most High can do anything.
Huh. I got a precept. Second Chronicles chapter 32 and 7. And it reads, Be strong and courageous. Be not afraid nor dismayed for the king of Assyria, nor for all the multitude that is with him, for there be more with us than with him. So you gotta know, hey, it might just be you in Jacob's trouble. We don't know. We're going through all the scenarios like just that. You might get separated from your family. You might get separated from, you know, congregation, whatever,
Your
whoever.
kids.
Right, your kids. But you gotta know that you having the Most High, Yahweh Shem Shai, is way more. It's way
Yeah.
more with you than it is with
Mm,
Esau, the heathen, whoever trying to come attack you, whatever the case may be. You gotta believe it.
mm-hmm.
Be strong and courageous in that day, and know where your refuge is. With
Mm-hmm.
Yahweh Shem Shai.
Mm-hmm. That's why it's so important to read because if you don't know, like, and sometimes I'll just be trying to challenge myself just to call it. Like the other day, I was just thinking of as many precepts as I could while I sat down, and some stuff I couldn't really remember. I was like, see, I got to study more. But that's why it's so important to read and study so you can be able to remember scriptures in your mind, literally, like you're literally quoting precepts word by word, verbatim in your
Yep.
mind.
Yep.
Literally, and the most I can have that happen in that day. He can have it happen now. That's why we got to pray that we can remember scriptures. That's so important. But how we gonna remember something that we don't read?
Right.
We can't just expect the Most High. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be good. The Most High go, yeah, but you faithful that works is there. You have to have works. You have to have works. You have to show the Most High you're trying to get His kingdom and you serious about His laws, such as commandments. But it's made me think of Psalms 34 because, like the sister was saying, trying to go through just any scenario, like it's not telling how what our specific lot is, but we do know it's going to be bad. You might cry,
Yeah.
you might cry, you might get frustrated, and those things are okay, but nonetheless you have to trust in the Most High because David cried, but what did he do? He found his strength in the Most High. So even if you are having a moment, you kind of having a breakdown, you kind of nervous, you might a spirit of fear might try to hop on you. You still have to trust in the Most High, rebuke those spirit, and trust in the Most High that, okay, although the world is literally crashing around me, our trust and peace is in Yahweh Shemel Shai. So this is Psalms 34 and 6. This poor man cried, and the Lord heard him and saved him out of all his troubles. The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them. O taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man that trusts in him. And so, no matter what, the angels of the Lord are encamped round about us. There's definitely more with us than with them. And so, we have to remember that when these adversaries try to come against us in that day, we have more angels on our side. All we gotta do is call upon the name of the Lord. Look, what how should I say? Think it's not I can't call upon my Father. He can't send me 12 legion of angels. Like, play with it if you want to.
Okay.
Play with it if you want to. So the Most High, like he gonna fight for us. He's justified for us, and we have to believe that wholeheartedly. We have to believe that if you lack faith, you have to pray and fast and ask for more faith. Have to,
Mm,
because we're gonna need it in that day. We're gonna need faith in that day.
mm. That's right. Like them Christians say. But my God.
God did.
Okay. Hey,
Ooh, let me get this. It's like it.
I'm ready out.
Isaiah 63 and 9. And all their affliction, he was afflicted, and the angel of his presence saved them. And his love and his pity, he redeemed them, and he bare them and carried them all the days of old. So, because of the Most High's mercy and his love, he can carry us in that day, redeem us in that day, save us in that day, no matter how bad the affliction get.
Mm,
So let's get some accounts in the Bible where our forefathers and our foremothers were delivered. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. All praise to the Most High. I want to get the one where they were in prison and the prison doors opened out of nowhere.
mm-hmm.
Let me get that one. I think it's Acts.
God fell asleep.
Yep, Acts 5. Okay, okay. So I'm not gonna read the entire chapter. I'm gonna just start at verse 16. The previous reading above it, they were basically like getting persecuted, and the council was telling them that they couldn't teach in the name of Yahushua anymore, and they still was on a big one, still pushing that truth, and they got thrown in prison. Okay, so let's read what happened. Verse 17. Then the high priest rose up, and all they that were with him, which is of the sect of the Sadducees, and were filled with indignation, and laid their hands on the apostles and put them in common prison. But the angel of the Lord by night opened the prison doors and brought them forth and said, Go, stand and speak in the temple to the people all the words of this life. And when they heard that, they entered into the temple early in the morning and taught. But the high priest came, and they were with him, and called the council together and all the senate of the children of Israel, and sent to the prison to have them brought. But when the officers came and found them not in the prison, they returned and told, saying, The prison truly found we shut with all safety, and the keeper standing without before the doors. But when we had opened, we found no man within. Now, when the high priest and the captain of the temple and the chief priest heard these things, they doubted of them whereunto this would grow. Then came and told them, saying, Behold, the men whom ye put in prison are standing in the temple and teaching the people. Mm. And then let's jump down to 29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, We ought to obey God rather than. Actually, I'm going to keep reading. Verse 25. Then, 26. Then went the captain with the officers and brought them without violence, for they feared the people lest they should have been stoned. And when they had brought them, they set them before the council. And the high priest asked them, saying, Did not we straightly command you that you should not teach in this name? And behold, you have filled Jerusalem with your doctrine and intend to bring this man's blood upon us. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, We ought to obey God rather than man. So, it's definitely coming soon. They're going to tell people that you can't read the Bible no more and all of that. And a lot of people, unfortunately, are going to fold in that day. But there's another one where they were in prison and it was like a little, it shook. There's another one. The one I'm talking about is You on mute. I don't know if you knew that, but the one I'm talking about, it was the angel literally came and unlocked the prison doors.
Fine.
Was that not just it? But I thought it was one where like it shook.
16.
Yeah, X16. Con. So this is I'm gonna start at verse 20. And brought I'm gonna start at 19. And when her masters saw that the hope of their gains was gone, they caught Paul and Silas and drew them into the marketplace and to the rulers and brought them to the magistrates, saying, these men, being Jews, do exceedingly trouble our city and teach customs which are not lawful for us to receive, neither to observe, being Roman. So, like we were saying, starting soon, they're definitely going to say that. They're going to say all manner of evil against us. They're going to lie on us. They're going to say that we are troubling their country and we're teaching things that's not good and we're a hate group and we can't. The brothers can't teach no more, and Bible's going to be banned. But then it's like, are you going to obey God or are you going to obey man? And the magistrates wrote, and the multitude rose up together against them, and the magistrates rent off their clothes and commanded to beat them. And when they had laid many stripes upon them, they cast them into prison, charging the jailers to keep them safely. Who, having received such a charge, thrust them into the inner prison and made their feet fast in the stocks. And at midnight, Paul and Silas prayed and sang praises unto Yahweh, and the prisoners heard them. And suddenly there was a great earthquake, so that the foundations of the prison were shaken, and immediately all the doors were open and everyone's bands were loosed. And the keeper of the prison, awaking out of his sleep, seeing the prison doors open, he drew out his sword and would have killed himself, supposing that the prisoners had been fled. But Paul cried with a loud voice, saying, do thyself no harm, for we are all here. Then he called for a light and sprang in and came trembling and fell down before Paul and Silas and brought them out and said, sirs, what must I do to be saved? And they said, believe on the Lord, Yahushua, and thou shalt be saved in thy house. And they spake unto him the word of the Lord and to all that were in his house. Sheesh. Look.
Mm.
So an angel unlocked the prison gate, verse in chapter 5. In chapter 16, it shook, and the Most High shook that thing, and the doors open. So it's like, man, the Most High can do anything. Somebody gun can jam up in that day that's trying to harm you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you in a FEMA camp or if you locked up, the Most High can break you out of that thing. You know, they might try to kill you with a guillotine. The Most High might have that jam up.
Yep.
Even if you do get beat, like like they got beat, or if you get thrown into a fire, like the three Hebrew men did, the Most High can have you not feel it because they got thrown in that fire and didn't feel nothing. They didn't even smell like it. So it's like the Most High can put it on your spear. You might be getting tortured, but you're not even feel nothing.
Yep.
Because or you might have such an adrenaline rush. I mean, you can feel it a little bit, but you're not really bothered by it.
Mm-hmm.
Or it could hurt in the Most High, but He's giving you that strength to endure, though. Like you taking it, like the brothers did in Second Maccabees 7. They took it,
Yep.
and so it's like the Most High can put any type of spirit on you, but you have to believe. You have to believe now. If you don't, if you gotta believe in the small stuff, believe in the Most High can get your rent paid, that He can get like the small stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is Daniel chapter 3. Basically, if you haven't read this, read it. It's great. All praise to the Most High. They said, I'm not bowing down to your idol. He said, okay, you're going in that fire.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Coming soon.
mm-hmm. Yep. Bow down to this system, bow down to the beast, or we're gonna kill you. Bow down to the beast, or but we can't fear what they say. Fear not them that can kill the body, but fear him that can kill body and soul.
Okay.
Okay, fear him that you're gonna have to stand before. Okay, this is verse 17. If it be so, our God, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thine hand, O king. That was like, look, if you gonna throw us in the fire, if that's what you choose to do, and the Most High can deliver us. So do what you gotta do. But if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image that has set up. Then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury, and the form of his visits was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore he spake and commanded that they should heat the furnace 7 times more than it was wont to be heated. Let me go back to verse 18, because I feel like that's what they were saying right there was like, and even if the Most High don't deliver us out of this fire, like if we got to be a martyr, we still not bound down to your God. We still not gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes the Most High will send you through a test, and He's not gonna come right away. He want to see what are you made of, and are you still gonna obey me and endure?
Right.
Okay. And he commanded the most mighty men that were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and to cast them into the burning fiery furnace. Then these men were bound in their coats, their hosen, and their hats, and their other garments, and were cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Therefore, because the king's command was urgent and the furnace exceeding hot, the flame of the fire slew those men that took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And these 3 men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down bound to the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonied and rose up in haste and spake and said unto his counselors, Did not we cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, True, O king. He answered and said, Lo, I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt, and the form of the fourth is like the Son of God. See that?
Yeah.
Then Nebuchadnezzar came near to the mouth of the burning fiery furnace and spake and said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, ye servants of the Most High God, come forth and come hither. Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came forth of the midst of the fire. So the fire was still going. And the princes, governors, and captains, and the king's counselors being gathered together saw these men upon whose bodies the fire had no power, nor was an hair of their head seen, neither were their coats changed, nor the smell of fire had passed on them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm-mm.
Mighty man.
Most I can do anything.
And that just goes to show you too. Hey, Yahweh Shemi Shai is there with us even in times of torture and affliction. They
Yes.
said the fourth was like the Son of God. So just believe, don't let Satan get into your head, make you think, oh, where's your God now? Because they gonna tempt you with that.
Yeah, they said it back then.
Yep, they said it then. They gonna say it again. Where's your God? Oh, they gonna be going on. They gonna be doing and saying anything to try to get into your head. I want to get. Are you gonna pull something?
Yeah, because I feel like it's in the Bible somewhere. Now unto us, O Lord, not unto us, but unto thy name give glory for thy mercy and for thy truth's sake. Wherefore should the heathen say, Where is now their God? But our God is in the heavens. He have done whatsoever he hath pleased. So come. They definitely gonna say that for sure. And you can't let that. That's why you have to win the mental battle first. You can't let them get to you. Because they're gonna
Okay.
say a lot of stuff.
Okay.
And Yahweh Shai, he warned us they was gonna say a lot of stuff. Matthew 5, um, and 11, blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. They're gonna say all types of evil stuff. You cannot be phased by it.
Come. I wanted to get Luke 12:4. Just laying back off of that and
Good
5.
morning.
And it reads, And I say unto you, my friends, be not afraid of them that kill the body, and after that have no more that they can do. But I will forewarn you, whom you shall fear. Fear him which after he hath killed hath power to cast into hell. Yeah, I say unto you, fear him. So right here it's saying, fear the Most High. Fear the Most High, because even if it is our lot to die for Yahweh Shemi Shai, that's all they can do. They can kill this body, this wicked, nasty, wicked flesh. They can do that, but after that, it's no more they can do. But the Most High has the power to destroy our spirit, determine if we make it to the kingdom of heaven or not. So we got to keep that in mind when we're faced with those trials. We gotta fear how about Shemir Shai, who can cast the body and soul into hell. Because it's still.
And like, were you done?
And I was gonna say because we still have to answer to Christ at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Still gonna get risen back up when Yahweh Shai comes.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want to be the one that Yahweh Shai is coming back to destroy.
Mm-hmm.
But you got it.
Makes me think of dang, forgot where I was going. But we all gotta answer before the Most High. Even if you hungry, or like you said, getting tortured, endure it. Endure it. Because it's only gonna last a second. You know, it's only gonna last a second. Because the Most High, like, you know, he can have it to where you feel it, or he can have it to where you don't feel it. He can have it to where, you know, you're not a martyr and you get delivered from a prison, or he can have it to where you are a martyr and you're not getting delivered from a prison. Whatever your lot is, whatever our lot is, we have to endure through it and know that we're gonna be good. Because whether we be a martyr, hey, that's your ticket right there.
First class ticket to the kingdom.
Yep. I want to get Daniel 6. Again, they told Daniel, look, you can't pray. Don't pray no more. And he still prayed. Notice how everything we've read, somebody's telling us to not do something and we go against it.
Mm-hmm.
They were thrown into the prison because they said, don't teach in his name no more. They still taught. They were thrown into the fire because they said, bow down to my God. But he didn't. Then he was thrown into the lion's den because they said, don't pray no more. But he still prayed. Why was Jeremiah thrown in the dungeon?
They didn't like that he was prophesying the words of the Most High.
Oh, yeah. See that? So it's like they're going to find something to accuse us with. They're going to find something to tell us not to do. And that's why we ought to obey God rather than man. Because who cares what y'all said?
Mm-hmm.
Who cares what they threaten us with? Who cares if they say all Hebrew Israelites that will teaching that are on the corners, if you go out on the corners, you will be shot. Yeah.
Can't be scared, man. You gotta remember these are our forefathers and foremothers.
Yeah.
Their blood runs through us, so we got.
And most like I'm telling you, most I got to where they do try to harm brothers at camp, all of it jam up. It jam up.
Yep.
And the brothers flee up out of there. They might tell us you can't wear your fringes no more. Fringes are banned, Bibles are banned. How many of us still gonna be reading Bibles though? How many of us are still gonna, try to have a Bible or make sure we still keeping the commandments? So we just gonna be like, dang, well, I can't do it no more. They said I can't do it no more. I can't do it no more. So it's like we see with our forefathers that they were told one thing, but they was like, honestly, to heck with what you got to say, I'm going to obey my God and fear my God.
That's right.
Because I know he has power to deliver me out of your hands. And if I obey what you say, I'm done.
Finished.
But he has the power to deliver me out of your hands. And whether I die or not, for the Most High, I'm be good. But you finish regardless.
Okay.
So this is Daniel 6. I'm just gonna get straight to the point. Then answered they and said before the king, that Daniel, which is of the children of the captivity of Judah, regardeth not thee, O king, nor the decree that thou hast signed, but maketh his petition 3 times a day. Then the king, when he heard these words, was sore displeased with himself, and set his heart on Daniel to deliver him. And he labored till the going down of the sun to deliver him. Oh, my bad. Then these men assembled unto the king and said unto the king, know, O king, that the law of the Medes and Persians is that no decree nor statute the king established may be changed. Then the king commanded, and they brought Daniel and cast him into the den of lions. Now the king spake and said unto Daniel, thy God whom thou servest continually, he will deliver thee. And a stone was brought and laid upon the mouth of the den, and the king sealed with his own signet and with the signet of his lord, that the purpose might not be changed concerning Daniel. Then the king went to his palace and passed the night fasting, and neither were instruments of music brought before him, and his sleep went from him. Then the king arose very early in the morning and went and hastened to the den of lions. And when he came to the den, he cried with a lamentable voice unto Daniel. And the king spake and said to Daniel, O Daniel, servant of the living God, is thy God, whom thou servest continually, able to deliver thee from the lions? Then said Daniel unto the king, O king, live forever. My God has sent his angel, and have shut the lion's mouth, that they have not hurt me. For as much as before him innocency was found in me, and also before thee, O king, I have done no hurt. So then the king, exceedingly glad for him, commanded that they should take Daniel out of the den. So Daniel was taken up out of the den, and no manner of hurt was found upon him, because he believed in his God. See
Mm-hmm.
that? No manner of hurt was found upon him, because he believed in the Most High. But and also said, but before him innocent was found in me, and also before thee, O king, have I done no hurt. So we want innocency to be found in us. We want to be as blameless as possible, so the Most High can deliver us.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping his commandments, remaining spotless, not bound down to this world, they beast system.
Uh-uh.
It said, the God whom thou servest continually. We have to serve the Most High continually, day in and day out, non-stop, around the clock.
Right.
My laptop. Let me see. Braille, wake up, ready to play, child. Continually means repeated frequently in the same way, regularly, frequently, again and again, constantly, continuously. So that's how we have to serve the Most High. We want Him on our side. Um, Sister said it's like in Second Maccabees, where they secretly met in caves to keep the Shabbat and got persecuted and killed for it.
Mm.
Esther, she had that spirit. She said, "If I die, I die." Okay.
Yeah. Can't fear death, man.
Yeah, don't fear death.
Can't
Let
fear
me
death.
get this. Revelation 2:10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. They may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
Mm.
Be faithful unto death, unto the end. So even in Jacob's trouble, be faithful. Be faithful to the Most High and His commandments. Be faithful to what His word says, and He's going to deliver you.
That's right.
Um,
I wanted to get. Oh, you gonna get something?
nah, that's all I had. I was probably gonna get closed out on Second Maccabees 7.
Okay, I had two more precepts. You get Psalm 78:7.
You said something in what?
78:7. And it reads that they might set their hope in God and not forget the works of God, but keep His commandments. And I also wanted to get Psalms 33, and I'm gonna start at 18 and read down a little bit. And read starting at 18. I want 33 and 18.
Sorry, my bad.
You good. It reads, behold, the eye of the Lord is upon them that fear Him, them that hope in His mercy. I'm gonna get 19 and 22. It reads, to deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive in famine. Our soul waiteth for the Lord. He is our help and our shield. For our heart shall rejoice in Him, because we have trusted in His holy name. Let thy mercy, O Lord, be upon us, according as we hope in thee. So this is a prayer we can pray. This is a prayer we can pray right now. That the mercy of the Lord, Yahweh Shemel, shall be upon us now and in that time, and that He delivers our soul from death and keeps us alive in famine, in times of trouble, and that our soul patiently waits for the Lord no matter what we have to endure. And I was gonna get one. Yeah, I'm gonna get. I was just gonna get strive for the truth unto death, and then we can go into Second Maccabees.
What precept is that?
It's Sirach. Sirach 30.
428.
Yeah, 4:28 kind. Oh, I got 30. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee, which is plain. So,
Did you want to do a detail on another video, or did you want to touch on it before we closed out?
that's up to you, big bro. You was gonna read all of Second Maccabees 7, or you just, cause if you only gonna touch on it for real, then we can go hop into the dietary law. But if not, we'll do it next.
I don't know. Maybe we can just read Second Maccabees 7 since this is faith, and then in 2 weeks, kind of just talk about the dietary law. Then,
Bet.
um, okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna read the whole thing. Or do you want to read it?
I'll read it.
Okay.
The book of Second Maccabees, chapter 7, starting on verse 1, reads, "It came to pass also that seven brethren with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law to taste swine's flesh, and were tormented with scourges and whips. But one of them that spake first said thus, What wouldest thou ask or learn of us? We are ready to die rather than to transgress the laws of our fathers." That's how we got to be. Verse 3, "Then the king, being in a rage, commanded pans and cauldrons to be made hot, which forthwith being heated, he commanded to cut out the tongue of him that spake first, and to cut off the utmost parts of his body." So that could be arms, legs. I mean, he getting chopped up. The rest of his brethren and his mother looking on. So they having to watch this. We might have to watch our family members get tortured.
Come on.
You was gonna say something else?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, verse 5. "Now when he was thus maimed in all his members, he commanded him, being yet alive, to be brought to the fire, and to be fried in the pan." How wicked. You done chop this man up, and he's still alive. This is what sister's going into. You might, hey, you might feel it. You might not. You might still be alive, and you just, body parts all over the place. And they trying
Now,
to fry this man in the pan like he's some chicken. It's complete madness. Evil and wicked, but best believe, whatever we go through, the Most High gonna handle these heathens. They got something coming.
they do. That's wicked. That's wicked. I'm over here thinking, how big is this pan, bro?
Big cauldrons, kind of like in the world.
Am I
People be
thinking
watching
how,
them,
like, is it
them
as
big
big
nasty
as I
fish.
think?
They had a human sized one, I guess, or
That's
either
insane.
either that or they chopped him up so little. I don't even know. I don't know.
But no, he can't be chopped up that little because he was still alive.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know,
So it
bro.
had to been like,
Well, that's kind of
it had to be bigger than that. I'm thinking it was something like this, but bigger.
it makes you think of back in the world, you might have watched Hocus Pocus or something. Whatever them witch movies be talking about, they be having them big behind pots and they be putting folks in stew. They get it from the scriptures. They think they slick. They get it from the scriptures.
Yeah.
Boiling people making human soup. Yep.
Ooh. That's
Wicked.
yeah,
That's
that's a big pot.
that's what these heathens get down with, man. But even if somebody tried to cook us,
Mm.
you still gotta be on fire for the most high. Take it cheerfully as
Hold
much as
on,
possible.
let me see. It said the utmost parts of his body. Okay, the greatest. What's the greatest parts of our body?
Legs, arms.
So
That's
imagine
what I think.
his tongue was cut out,
Hmm.
and he probably had his arms and legs probably cut off. Okay, you're on mute.
Oh shoot. I don't know why I did that. Okay, verse number
Six.
6. Wait. I don't think I finished.
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
didn't
finish
finish five.
5.
My bad.
Okay, I'm gonna start at top. Now when he was thus maimed in all his members, he commanded him, being yet alive, to be brought to the fire, and to be fried in the pan, and as the vapor of the pan was for a good space dispersed, they exhorted one another with the mother to die manfully, saying thus, the Lord God looketh upon us, and in truth hath comforted in us, as Moses in his song, which witnessed to their faces, declared, saying, and he shall be comforted in his servants. See, we got to be that mama. If that is us, if that is our lot, and we're moms, or even if husband, whoever the case may be, you have to have that spirit to encourage them to keep going, keep going, take it manfully. You don't want to be that. No, just do whatever they say. No, you don't have that spirit about you. And even then, this is the time of the Maccabees, and they're still recalling the things that Moses said in his songs, recalling the days of old. This is what we got to do in that time. We got to recall this account, all the other accounts we've been reading. And verse 7 reads, so when the first was dead after this number, they brought the second to make him a mocking stock. And when they had pulled off the skin of his head with the hair, they
They
asked
skinning
him,
this man.
pulled his cap back. Can you imagine somebody taking the skin off of you, skinning
Mm,
this man?
mm,
Brain, head, white meat probably exposed. I mean,
mm. Oh
wicked,
God.
evil. I mean,
Oof.
me
It's bad,
personally, try
man.
to think of like the worst possible
It's gonna
torture.
get bad.
I mean, these heathens are wicked. They're
That's
wicked.
wicked. That's pure hatred to be able to do something like that to somebody. Wicked demons.
I'm telling you.
They finna get it though. That's why we gotta keep enduring because we not gonna look. We have to endure so they can be off the face of the earth.
Exactly. Verse 7. So, wait. Yeah. So when the first was dead after this number, they brought the second to make him a mocking stock. And when they had pulled off the skin of his head with the hair, they asked him, wilt thou eat before thou be punished throughout every member of thy body? But he answered in his own language and said, no. He said, la. Okay. Wherefore he also received the next torment in order as the former did. So he got chopped up too. So the first one is a little recap: tongue cut off, probably his arms and legs cut off. The second, his head peeled back, and now his arms and legs probably as well. Okay, verse 9. And when he was at the last gasp, his last breath, he said, thou like a fury takest us out of this present life, but the King of the world shall raise us up, who
Mm,
have died for this loss.
I'm so sorry, Brill on here.
It's okay.
Ooh, I didn't scooter her back. She didn't found her way back. Goodness
It's all
gracious.
right. It's all right. Um,
Where was we at?
hold on, I'm trying to see.
Okay, verse 9. No, little girl. Oh.
Son, thou like a fury takest us out of this present life, but the King of the world shall raise us up, who have died for his laws unto everlasting life. And this is gonna be us, man.
Mm.
It's gonna be us. Even though they might try to take you out this present life, that's fine. Because the King, Yahweh Shai, he's gonna raise us up. When he come back, he gonna raise us up, who have died for his laws, statutes, commandments, stayed fervent, stayed faithful, and we're gonna get that everlasting life, most I willing. Verse 10, after him that so like after him was the third made a mocking stock, and when he was required, he put out his tongue, and that right soon holding forth his hands manfully. So he was like, hey, I done seen my brother, my first brother and the second brother, both get their arms, legs chopped off, tongue cut off, head cut back. He said, look, I put out my tongue. I'll make it easier for you.
Mm.
How mighty. He put his hands out and said, do what you got to do. And said courageously, verse 11, these I had from heaven, and for his laws I despised them, and from him I hope to receive them again. Insomuch that the king and they that were with him marveled at the young man's courage, for that he had nothing regarded the pains. So he unfazed. Unfazed.
That's what I'm saying. Most like put that spirit on you where you ain't even bothered.
Exactly. Verse 13. Now when this man was dead also, they tormented and mangled the fourth in like manner. So they going down the line. Four of them at this point. So when he was ready to die, he said thus, it is good being put to death by men, to look for hope from God, to be raised up again by him. As for thee, thou shalt have no resurrection to life. You even it's over for you. That's what they said. That's what he said, basically. Me, that's fine. I'm gonna get everlasting life. You, you're finished. Verse
Mm.
15. Afterward, they brought the fifth also and mangled him. Then looked he.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Whew. Severely mutilate, disfigure, or damage by tearing, cutting, tearing, or crushing. Oh, goodness.
Salakia.
Good.
Verse 16. Then so then looked he unto the king and said, thou hast power over men, thou art corruptible, thou doest what thou wilt, yet think not that our nation is forsaken of God. Salakia. Got charged my charger, Salakia. Salakia. I'm gonna read start at 16 again. Then looked he unto the king and said, thou hast power over men, thou art corruptible, thou doest what thou wilt. Yet think not that our nation is forsaken of God. So don't think that we're forsaken just because y'all over here trying to kill us, torture us, mangle it, whatever. Because Most High, he got that crown waiting for us. But verse 17, abide a while and behold his great power, how he will torment thee and thy seed. That's right. Verse 18, after him also they brought the sixth, who being ready to die said, be not deceived without cause, for we suffer these things for ourselves, having sinned against our God. Therefore marvelous things are done unto us. But think not thou that takest in hand to strive against God, that thou shalt escape unpunished. So, I mean, it's plain. These people, whatever they do to us, they're going to have to answer for it. Most of us not going to let that slide. Verse 20, but the mother was marvelous above all and worthy of honorable memory. For when she saw her 7 sons, 7, not 1, not 2, 7, 7 sons slain within the space of one day. She bare it with good courage because of the hope that she had in the Lord. Now, how many people can say that?
Mm.
You lose all your sons, 7 children, in the space of one day. You got to think about it. You got to have that hope in the Lord, man. Some folks, they might lose a child, a family member. They grieving for months. Years, right. Years. Not even months, years. But she had all her sons die in the same day. No space to grieve one and then another. No, all on the same day. But she still kept her hope in the Lord. Mighty. This is verse 21. Yeah, she exhorted every one of them in her own language, filled with courageous spirits, and stirring up her womanish thoughts with a manly stomach. She said unto them, I cannot tell how ye came into my womb, for I neither gave you breath nor life, neither was it I that formed the members of every one of you, but doubtless the Creator of the world, who formed the generation of man and found out the beginning of all things, will also of his own mercy give you breath and life again, as ye now regard not your own selves for his law's sake. Now Antiochus, so lucky I was reading to make sure. Now Antiochus, thinking himself despised and suspecting it to be a reproachful speech, whilst the youngest was yet alive, did not only exhort him by words, but also assured him with oaths that he would make him both a rich and happy man if he would turn from the laws of his fathers, and that
Mm.
also he would take him for his friend and trust him with affairs. See how evil and wicked and crafty,
Crafty counsel. Crafty counsel.
and that's how they're gonna be.
That's how it's gonna be. He said, "Look, you forsake the laws of your God. Look, and see, why do they want us to forsake our laws so bad? Because they know the power we have when we keep these laws.
Mm-hmm.
They know this, man. Let me get this precept real quick. Why they always telling like everything we read? They told us to bow down. They told us to They they tried to get us to bow down and serve their idol. They tried to get us to stop teaching in the name of the Lord. They tried to get us to stop praying. Why do they want to turn us away from our God so bad? Because it is Judith 5:17. And whilst they sinned not before their God, they prospered because the God that hateth iniquity was with them. But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles, very sore, and were led captives to a land that was not theirs, and the temple of their God was cast to the ground. Their cities were taken by the enemies. They know the power we have when we keep these commandments, man. They know that when we have the Most High, we're going to be good. We're going to prosper. So they trying to destroy us as a nation. They trying to be crafty and get us to forsake our God because they know that God is real. They know the Most High is real. They know we the Israelites. Don't be deceived. These people know.
Mm-hmm.
They know. And don't think for 1 second that this stuff is not going to happen again. There's nothing new under the sun. They're
Nope.
gonna try to tempt us now. Look, we look because with this beast system, they look. We make sure you eat. We make sure you got a roof over your head. Just denounce
Mm-hmm.
the name of the Lord. Why do they want us to denounce so bad? Because they know who we are. They know
Yep.
who we are.
That's right. And let me see. 26. Actually, 25. Lucky. But when the young man would in no case hearken unto him, the king called his mother and exhorted her that she would counsel the young man to save his life. So he over here trying to persuade the young man, and now trying to persuade the mama to stop being righteous, stop encouraging her sons to die manfully for the Lord, for the laws, and tell them to do wickedly. Okay. Verse 27. But bowing herself toward him, laughing the cruel tyrant to scorn, spake in her country language on this manner. O my son, have pity upon me that bare thee 9 months in my womb, and gave thee such 3 years, and nourished thee, and brought thee up into this age, and endured the troubles of education. I beseech thee, my son, look upon the heaven and the earth, and all that is therein, and consider that how I made them of things that were not, and so was mankind made likewise. Fear not this tormentor, but being worthy of thy brethren, take thy death, that I may receive thee again in mercy with thy brethren. So this mama, she's on fire. She's on fire. She knows that, hey, you gotta die manfully just like your brothers did. You can't be that, oh, all your brothers, they didn't die manfully for the Lord, and you just give in because this man promising you riches and happiness and whatever the case may be. No, I want to see you and your brothers on the other side of this in the kingdom, most are willing. Verse 30. While she was yet speaking these words, the young man said, whom wait ye for? I will not obey the king's commandment, but I will obey the commandment of the law that was given unto our fathers by Moses. He said, what you waiting on? I'm ready. Verse 31. And thou that hast been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews shall not escape the hands of God, for we suffer because of our sins. And though the living Lord be angry with us, Slakia, a little while for our chastening and correction, yet shall he be at one again with his servants. But thou, O godless man, and of all other most wicked, be not lifted up without a cause, nor puffed up with certain uncertain hopes, lifting up thy hand against the service of God. For thou hast not yet escaped the judgment of the Almighty God, who seeth all things. For our brethren who now have suffered a short pain are dead under God's covenant of everlasting life. But thou, through the judgment of God, shall receive just punishment for thy pride. But I, as my brethren, offer up my body and life for the laws of our fathers, beseeching Yahweh that he would speedily be merciful unto our nation, and that thou, by torments and plagues, mayest confess that he alone is God, and that in me and my brethren the wrath of the Almighty, which is justly brought upon our nation, may cease. Then the king, being enraged, handed him worse than all the rest, and took it grievously that he was mocked. So this man died undefiled and put his whole trust in the Lord. Last of all, after the sons, the mother died. Let this be enough now to have spoken concerning the idolatrous feast and the extreme tortures.
Mm,
Call y'all about Shemel Shai, man.
that's some serious stuff. Nothing new is under the sun, though.
Con.
But remember this. Let me get this last precept. Did you have a closing precept?
Mm.
I have been young and now I'm old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. So remember, as long as you do right by the Most High, He gonna always fight for you. He doesn't forsake the righteous, no matter what that looks like. Whatever your lot is, trust in Yahweh Shemel Shai.
Con. Con. Yeah, the Lord willing, this was edifying. I know I needed it. Definitely a good refresher to go over these accounts
Yep, yep.
over and over and over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Because every day we, are here in this activity is another day closer to Jacob's trouble, another day closer to seeing these torments, to seeing these tests and temptations and all the other things that we will have to face in order to get this kingdom. And so, Lord willing, so just keep enduring, keep
Yeah,
meditating his precepts, fasting and praying for faith
yeah,
and con.
yeah. Because it'll be soon. We're not no more talking about it, but living in it. So, Lord willing, we can take advantage of this period and stock up on all the knowledge and understanding we can, because that'll be the stability of our times. That's what's gonna keep us sane and at peace. So, hold fast to His word while we still freely got it.
That's right.
We love y'all. Lord willing, we'll see y'all in 2 weeks. Carly, how about you? Most like how about
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.